You're listening to The Opinion Zone. It's that time again when common sense and decency go out the window and questionable opinions come in. Starring your deranged hosts, Jay Eggman, Nicole SPD64, and of course the one and only David the Lurker. Oh, and as always, please remember the following show will probably contain strong language. We warned ya, so don't complain. Let the chaos control begin.
Come on, let's go. Hey, yo, it's the Sonic Show. Hey, yo, it's the Sonic Show. Hey, yo, it's the Sonic Show. Come on, let's go.
We're back. Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
That was pretty fancy. The one and only, eh?
I feel relevant now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Opinion Zone Season 2.
Yay.
So much happiness. So much loveliness. Yeah, we're back. It's been a while. It's been a long while. I'm slightly been dead inside, but I'm back. We've decided we'll put up with Sonic for a little bit longer, and we thought we'd do some more shows for you. We've got the usual gang, minus a few people, unfortunately, because they just let us down all the time. Poxy is not here today. He's off seeing family before he goes on exotic adventures to his girlfriend. And so he's doing that. So he's not available, but he is with us in spirit, I'm sure. And Sega Scourge is not here because
his PC's still down. So
yes,
sad face.
He has no computer, and also can't use Discord on his phone because he has a Windows phone.
Yeah, he's got a scrub phone.
Who has a Windows phone? I don't.
He does, apparently.
Here's a random question.
He was the one person who thought, yeah, that's a good idea. This will catch on.
Right. What happens if you go to the Discord website on a Windows phone? Does it not work?
No idea.
I think the phone just gives up and plays Snake.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
I mean, it's probably something I should have brought up and been like, hey, you should ask him if he just goes to the website, will it work on the Windows phone before right now, since the show's begun.
Well,
he probably won't be able to join anyway today because he's not well. And he's managed to fuck up his toe, and he's not doing too good right now.
He's having a crap time. But I believe he is listening.
I don't know. I did message him asking if he was listening, but he hasn't replied, so Scourge, if you're listening, you abandoned me. How could you? Yeah.
You could join the chat. You could have some conversation.
Why would we want him there, though?
I was talking about the Radio Sega chat. You can have some conversation with.
Yeah, but well, maybe he can use the website for the chat, but won't be able to connect voice because phones. Who knows? Cares. Right. So yes, this is the Opinion Zone. We have been away for a while. We were back 2 weeks ago to do a best of 2016, as you do in February, because that's how we roll. But we're back. I'm quite pleased. We're going to do it again every Tuesday for your poor ears. I know everyone's excited. Especially Team Random, biggest fan. I suggest, we have been away for a while. Shall we crack on with the news? Is that probably best? Unless you have any housekeeping or any exciting personal stuff you want to share.
I mean, no, not really.
Okay.
No.
No. Okay.
Nah, nothing new. I don't know.
We're Sonic fans. We don't have lives.
That's very true. Right. Shall we go straight into the news then?
Sure.
Let's crack on, shall we?
Bring you the latest news from around the world of Sonic, or whatever Jay could find on Google a half hour ago. It's time for the Opinion Zone News Corner.
Let's do some news.
Oh man,
Fuck is that guy? Seriously.
Nicole's like, just who is this man?
I like his voice. What a very nice voice.
Ooh, you're like, oh man, we got a super cool voice man. Gotta hear him whisper all the things.
His name is Super Cool Voice Man, and he's also not a Sonic fan, so doesn't understand any
I'm
references.
honestly not surprised. He's probably looking at my username thinking, what the fuck kind of username is this?
People in the chat, and by the way, if you're listening on Audioboom or iTunes, hello, how are you? But
Hi.
did you know you can also listen live on Radio Sega? We have a chat right now going on, and everyone seems to think it's Matt from Tails Channel. It's not Matt from Tails Channel.
No, that's definitely not Matt from Tails Channel.
If you want to believe it's Matt, then we can call him. Let's just call him Matt from now on. Radio Man is called Matt. But we need to get on with our first news story, which is, who has any of the recent lines of Sonic plushes? I'm talking Chaos, Jet, Rouge, Charmy.
Oh! Yeah, I got Chaos and I got Rouge. I need to get Amy and Blaze, even though Blaze looks very derpy.
Are we all going to agree that it's quite cool that this company, GE Entertainment, has been making such a wide range of plushes for even like the lesser known characters and stuff?
Hell yeah!
So you'll be pleased to know that as of next month, their license with Sega expires.
Oh.
And the license is being given to Tomy.
Why can't we have nice things for once? First the comments are going under, apparently. Now this shit. We can never have nice things. I hate being a Sonic fan. I'm going to convert back to a Mario fan. I've just been making Mario videos.
It's pretty, yeah. We don't get
So
nice
what you're
things.
saying is you need to buy all the plushes now.
You need to buy the plushes now. They're not making any more. They're giving them over to Tomy, who are obviously doing the Sonic Boom stuff. They do some plushes as well, don't they?
Yeah, well, they did the 3 classic one. There was 4 small classic, and then the 1 giant Sonic classic plush, right? But I think that's all they've done. No, I mean aside from the Boom stuff.
So it is what it is. So yeah, hopefully they continue make. I'm a bit worried though. Tomy are just gonna make more Boom plushes, and they're gonna like abandon doing all these like characters and stuff. We'll see. Next news item, if I can find it. There it is.
Whoa!
Jesus, that was powerful. Holy
I feel like
crap.
the whole studio shifted, like spun around.
Got whiplash there.
The next one is interesting and weird. Did you know children
What?
meet
Where
Sonic
are
the
children?
Hedgehog in Maidstone
Wait, what?
What?
in the UK? Randomly, for no apparent reason, the Entertainer chain of toy shops, one of their stores, they're having a meet and greet with Sonic the Hedgehog between 10 AM and 3 PM.
Oh boy!
Free event will give young shoppers and fans, because that's 2 different categories, young shoppers and fans of the games the chance to meet the famous Blue Hedgehog and even have their photograph taken.
I feel like there'll be like 2 types of kids. The first type of kid will be like, who the fuck is this mutated looking thing? And the second kind of kid will just go over and be like, oh, it's Sonic, let's kick him in the shin.
Ooh.
What the Susie Brindle, marketing manager for the shopping mall at Maidstone, says, we can't wait to welcome Sonic the Hedgehog in the entertainment store. He sure will be a big hit with our younger shoppers and fans.
Oh, yeah.
No booking is required. Just turn up. That's the exact words.
That's the kind of treatment Sonic gets now.
So are you going then, Jamie?
No.
Oh, but then you get to meet Sonic.
I've met him many times.
The
Me and
luster
him
is
are
worn
like
off.
me and him are like really close. You'd be jealous, actually. You'd be quite jealous.
Oh, why has he never been a guest on the show?
Because moving on.
Jesus.
Gonna make me fall out of my chair.
In community news, Sega Scourge has broken his computer.
Yeah.
Basically, the reason I mention this is, for those who don't know, Sega Scourge is also known as the Sonic Theorist on YouTube. He makes a variety of Sonic Theory videos. He was working on a video recently, and unfortunately, his computer has basically died. As well as all of his footage and material and asset, everything on that computer is dead. Now,
well, I mean, from what he's told me, it's just like the power main. I think the data's all okay, but it's just like the power unit itself.
But you can't get to that data if you can't turn the thing off.
Exactly.
So it's currently in the process of being repaired. However, in the meantime, he has no access to most social media. He has very limited access. He can't use Discord because he has a fucking Windows phone. So all he can do is browse websites and play Snake. And that's all he can do. So if you want to help him, obviously he needs to get his computer repaired, but things like that aren't free, and he hasn't got any major employment at the moment. So one of the main ways he makes money is YouTube, and he can't make money from YouTube if he can't make videos because his computer's not working. Can we see the cycle? So what you can do is you can actually donate to him tiny or as much as you want to help towards the cost of repairing his computer. Now, he's not using a GoFundMe page or any of those other stupid bollocks. Nicole, I'm assuming you're aware of the website your boyfriend's using.
Oh yeah, it's kind of weird. It's a website called Coffee, but it's not spelled the way you think it's spelled. It's spelled, I believe, KOFI with a dash in between. KO and FI. It's a very obscure website. Let's just say that it's kind of like Patreon, except you don't get anything back. But it's still good. That doesn't mean you shouldn't donate. It'll be nice. He'll appreciate it, and then he can work on videos again, and he'll be happy.
Good. So people in the chat are saying, "Oh, why can't you use Skype?" Look, it took Radio Sega about a year to convince us to stop using Skype. I'm not going to go back.
He wouldn't be able to use Skype anyways because his phone just let him join group calls on Skype.
Oh, right. Wow. Windows Phone. Amazing. And Microsoft owns Skype, so that makes no sense. But yeah,
so you could have done an episode today where it was just you and Scourge. Like, that's a very intimate conversation right there.
Shut up. So, if you want to donate to his repair fund, you need to go to Coffee, I guess it's meant to be, the pun, isn't it? Coffee. Is ko-fi.com / this is not an easy to remember address. It's ko-fi.com / A808 L for Lima, R for Romeo, C for Charlie. So if you click on that, you can buy him a coffee, which basically donates £3. Magic.
Yeah. Even if you're not able to pay, just spreading the word would be enough, honestly.
Exactly. So share along. Right. Next news item.
That's still so powerful and shocking. Jesus.
Because news is important. Did you know? You did know, but you can now finally pre-order the Silver the Hedgehog first for figures.
Fucking time.
It's a pose of Silver bending some poles for no obvious reason, and the exclusive version has a light-up base and light-up hands and stuff. Basically, as I've commented before, first for figures, exclusive version, whack an LED in it, you're good to go. It's the exclusive one is going for $284.99. And the regular version for peasants out there is going for $249.99. So not much cheaper, to be fair.
No, what?
Unfortunately, they've no further announcement on the 17-foot Elise statue that Marcus previewed for us last year.
Oh man. I guess it's just too cost prohibitive.
Well, we don't know. At the end of the day, it took the silver one about a year, so maybe in a year's time, maybe. we will hear something.
Maybe they'll release a Rouge one. That'd be cool. Then, just
I didn't
throwing
think
that out
they'd
there.
release the silver one, so it shows you what I know.
Exactly. So you never know. Maybe they'll finally do a Rouge one, then I can waste my money on that and have it and be happy because they haven't made a Rouge figurine.
I wonder what would light up on the Rouge one.
She could be holding like a Chaos Emerald or something.
Oh, that's
exactly.
way more appropriate than what I was thinking. LOL breastplate. # breastplate. Right, next news item.
Whoa.
I feel like for the rest of our lives now, that music's just gonna be. Right.
It's way more powerful than it needs to be.
Look, we've got
I like
new
it.
music segments now, right?
I know,
It's all
it's
changed.
really good, but continue.
Right. So, who enjoys playing Sonic Generations?
I mean, it's okay, but yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask that again, and you're going to pretend to be really hyped. Who likes to play Sonic Generations?
Oh yeah, best Sonic game ever, better than
There we go,
SC2,
that's
am I
what
right?
Then you'll be
Oh man,
pleased
there's
to-
like 9 levels. You run through them. They're really fast.
You can play it in 10 minutes. The Sonic Generations is now available on Xbox One backwards compatibility for March. How exciting. So,
Yay!
for those of you who wanted to play Sonic Generations again on your new console, now you can. How exciting.
Right. As you wait for other games.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
But
that's what you're doing.
Xbox isn't the only console that's bringing some classics back, which brings me on to our next item. Yeah, calm down. Hold on to your tits, everyone, because PlayStation Now, the PlayStation streaming service, which is available currently on PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PC, and a select variety of Sony televisions. Though I think at the end of the year they're reducing some of the support, but currently it's on those platforms. They've just added 13 new SEGA games to their PlayStation Now lineup. Do you want to know what those games are?
Yes.
Yeah.
I definitely do. I bet it's impossible to predict them all.
Well, did you predict that they would be adding Alex Kidd in the Miracle World?
Holy Toledo!
Whoa.
Altered Beast,
Heck! That's a good one no one's ever played.
Comic Zone,
That features guys.
Golden Axe,
Yeah, that's a classic.
Fighting Vipers,
Oh, I know that one. Just because Scourge
that's
knows
a-
it, he goes on about it. That one.
Revenge of Shinobi,
He keeps on going for this revenge. Does he ever get it?
Virtua Fighter 2.
Ooh, wait, which version?
The arcade one by the looks of it.
Oh, it is the arcade one, okay. Because I get scared, because whenever Sega's like, we're re-releasing Virtua Fighter 2, and it's with Genesis games, it ends up being the weird Genesis version.
No,
but since you said
it's
Fighting
not.
Vipers, I was like, wait, this might be the right one.
Super Hang-On.
Super.
Yeah,
That's all I got for that.
yeah.
Big's Big Fishing Adventure 3 prequel, Sega Bass Fishing.
I'm 100% for that.
Sonic the Fighters.
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
Sonic Unleashed.
Oh, really?
Sonic
Whoa.
Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. So,
Ooh.
I'm actually going to take... You can get if you haven't used PlayStation Now before, you can get a 7-day trial. I have a PlayStation Vita. This means I can play Sonic Adventure 2 in bed. That is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week. That is my plan.
Getting 180 emblems all over again.
And technically, because PlayStation Now is available on PC, it does technically mean that Unleashed is now on PC.
Whoa!
So everyone, you can stop your change.org petitions. If you can play it on PC now. Admittedly, it will cost you a monthly subscription and you can't mod it, but good enough, I think. Maybe. So, I don't feel that was motivating either of you to get PlayStation now.
No, I mean...
Have fun, kids.
Right.
Shall we move on to our next news item? Both of you hold on to your chairs. Here comes
Okay.
the,
Yeah,
here
I'm
comes
holding
the
on.
stinger.
Okay, prepare for the
Here we
music.
go.
I'm digging my nails in.
Right.
Holy fuck.
Made it.
The second Sonic South by Southwest panel is happening in 9 days.
Holy shit.
The name of the panel is Gotta Go Fast, the official panel of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh.
And the panel will contain, and I quote, an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at both Sonic Mania and the upcoming Project 2017.
Whoa.
About fucking time.
Be warned, we've learnt from their panel last year, they may just announce when they're going to announce more details. So,
Well, I think, to be fair, we'd probably get a little bit more about Mania than we would 2017, just because when they're supposed to release, right?
yeah. So, I mean, it is worth saying they also quote that the panel will answer questions about both games, will discuss Sonic's resurgence in the world of gaming, and they will showcase a new reveal for each title.
Ah.
So there will be something showcased for each title, which is, to be fair, that's probably the most upfront Sega have been about anything in a long time. So fair play. I think that deserves a round of applause. So the only thing I don't like is there is a cryptic clue saying, with Sonic involved, who knows what other surprises might be in store. Which could mean literally anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Hashtag vague as fuck.
Sonic Shuffle HD, come on. Need it. I need it.
Why? If that was on PlayStation now, I'd get a subscription.
Well, maybe the loading times would finally make sense.
Sony
jeez.
in the
What
chat
was that?
just said, I don't think it was me. Oh, I think. Do we have Tom? Tom?
Thomas? Oh, wow.
Tom
Oh,
has turned
he's in
into
the shower
static
right now.
airwaves.
He is currently scrubbing behind his ears, which is why
I was
he
going to
can't
say,
hear us.
if you think that was a shower noise, only if it was producing blades. He's being showered by tiny needles.
He apparently can hear us. Tom, we cannot hear you. We're just static.
Tom, I suggest you have a play with your mic. Maybe use Skype if you don't have a Windows phone, and do the test call thing, and try that out, and just sort your mic out because we can't hear you, love. All right. And meanwhile, Sony in the chat said that maybe the surprise announcement could relate to the movie.
Maybe?
Oh. I guess that is still a thing, isn't it?
Yeah. There wasn't barely anything about it, though, but I guess.
I mean, they've
maybe
only been talking about it for, what, 20 years?
It's
No longer than
interesting
that.
one. So we will see with bated breath and see what happens. I'm sure something exciting will happen, and I'm sure Donnie is waiting in the depths to report on it. But we have no time for Donnie. He's dead to us. Next item.
Oh,
In
wasn't-
news,
I
Donnie is
wasn't
no longer
prepared.
part of the show. Next item. Right.
oh my god!
Look, I didn't have time to recover from the last
I didn't think you would do it again.
We have the latest Sonic Boom TV ratings in.
Oh boy.
For the last premiere of the season 2, the last episode got 161,000 viewers.
Oh. That sounds like a low number.
Yeah, it's not that great.
Like a really low number.
So
like a really low number.
It's not great. But it is on Boomerang, so
yeah. What is like? I mean, for all I know, that could be the highest rated show on Boomerang right now because I have no idea what their ratings are normally.
Yeah. Ah, jeez.
Tom is still being showered by needles.
But the thing is with Boom, I feel like the ratings will definitely go up once they announce the use or they show these supposedly game characters.
Ooh. Tom, speak.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh.
We can hear you, but it sounds like you're hiding inside a sock.
Okay, headphones. Perfect. Hang on.
He is broadcasting live through Real Player circa 1998. It's really great.
How about now?
It's
Now
the
it's
exact same, Tom.
1999.
it's slowly getting better, but it's still awful.
Hang on. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Don't mean to disturb you. I'm stick with your headphones. There they go.
What's going on? I'm so scared.
Oh, okay. Back we go.
Oh,
Oh,
high
no.
quality second season.
We were doing so well. Sonic Boom's doing what it's doing. Shall we move on to our next news item?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Here we
Okay,
go.
I'm buckled in.
Or maybe I'll make you wait.
No.
There it is.
It's time to talk about Archie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right, as reported by Donnie himself, news for the Sonic Archie comics continues to come in bit by bit. Basically, as you may know, issues happen where the subscription option has disappeared, so you can't subscribe to the comic. It's now been basically the issues 291 and 292 have actually been pushed back to April and May. There's a Tom there somewhere.
He's upset.
I'd be upset. We still can't hear you, Tom. So yeah, the two next issues have been pushed back, and in the latest events, the French comic book publisher and translator. Wow. Tom, stop. Tom, stop. Tom.
That was the sound of issue 291 and 292 being put through a shredder, which is why it hasn't been released yet.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna see if Tom can just use Discord on his phone. He must have a smartphone that isn't a Windows phone. Right. Right! Okay. We're gonna quickly stop for a sec. Right. And, because I have magical powers, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get Tom back with the power of audio editing magic. 1 second. We'll be back! And we're back! So, next news item. We're talking about,
Right, we're stuck.
comic issues have been delayed, and the French comic book publisher and translator have now stopped selling the Archie Sonic comics completely.
Ooh.
It has been the last time Archie's Twitter account mentioned Sonic was January 11th.
Ooh. What did they say about Sonic on January 11th?
I don't have that tweet in front of me. Did you not hear the intro? It's news I found in the last half hour.
Oh, okay.
Don't pretend it's researched, okay? It's just... Basically, Archie have gone quiet. the foreign retailers have stopped selling it. The subscriptions options have disappeared. Do we think this is the end for Archie Sonic?
I hope to dear God not, but I'm very concerned that it is.
It's not looking good, because I mean, the last time they delayed things this long, people got nervous, but I feel like Archie was still like, yeah, don't worry about it, it's coming. This time, they're just like, watch Riverdale on the CW.
That's literally all they're tweeting about now is fucking Riverdale and shit.
Yeah, which I still haven't watched. But because we haven't heard, and also they haven't even mentioned anything about the third Mega Drive comic, which I'm looking forward to. And yeah, whatever's going on, because there's been a lot of like weird rumors and questions.
Well, last I heard, the Sonic Mega Drive Overdrive has been delayed. So they've delayed it, which is concerning.
Because usually, like a comic book in general is delayed if one, it's not done, which makes sense, or two, there is some big problem behind the scenes. So, the fact that it's... Because I think when it was delayed last year for that period of a few months, it was like, money, because they were too busy. They were pushing their rebooted Archie line, and then Sonic came back. But now this time, it feels like it's not just simply, we gotta pay Mark Waid. It feels like there's more going on. And if it really is the end, like, I just want it to get to issue 300. Like, it's so close!
Yeah.
It's 10 issues away!
What's interesting is, like, Sonic Stadium posted an article, their opinions on it, and saying, like, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to have someone else take over the Sonic comic, and, like, a new publisher. I get a feeling that if Archie do drop it, I don't know if anyone else would take it up.
Really? Why do you not think anyone else would want it?
Because I just don't know. I'm not convinced that it's as in demand as it used to be. I could be wrong.
I mean, it still sells a decent amount. Like, it's I forget exactly how much, but like it's somewhere in the middle. Like, when it comes to like every comic sold for a month, it does fairly well, especially in the direct market, in the newsstand market, not the direct market. And I don't know if Gem and the Holograms can have a comic book that's being published. I feel like there's still people who want Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's true.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope that someone like the obvious choice would be IDW, because like their big thing is licensed comics, and they seem to give it a fair amount of respect. It's where the Back to the Future book is. That's where the Ninja Turtles book is. That's actually where Gem is. And I think isn't Transformers, and like they got a lot of things. And it just makes sense for Sonic to fit in there, because if Sonic went to like DC or Marvel, like it would be canceled after 10 issues, and that would be it. It would be done. IDW, I feel like it's got a better chance. I guess there are things like Boom or whatever, but I don't think if it dies at Archie, I don't think it'll be gone forever. I just don't know when it would come back, but I don't think that Sonic would never return in comic book form if Archie's dead.
I don't know. I don't read the comics, so maybe I'm not the best person to form an opinion. But it just doesn't seem like it's something... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. Does anyone who uses Discord on Android know how to unmute themselves? Oh wait.
Can we unmute him?
I can. I've unmuted Tom. Oh, he has to unmute himself now. Tom, unmute yourself. This is just riveting. This is. Come on, Tom.
You can do it, Tom.
Come on, Tom. Come on, Tom. Everyone in the
There's a
chat.
button.
Hashtag
You
come on,
push
Tom.
the button.
There should be a button with the
Yeah.
mic.
I like the fact he's not even typing in the chat, so I don't even know if he's alive. Right, never mind. We'll move on. Hopefully he'll work it out eventually. He's typing. News update.
Oh,
Tom's
boy.
typing.
Whoa!
Christ. Oh,
I
my
never
goodness.
tire of pressing that button. No, Tom, we don't need to do a test call. Just
Oh, okay, we do.
That is not. You're on your phone right now?
Tom, that is not your phone. You're a bad Tom. Mute yourself.
You're an admin. You guys.
Oh my
You can mute him. Jamie, you have the power to mute him right now.
I just did.
Okay.
Tom,
Oh my
use
God,
your
sorry.
phone. Use your phone. That was not your phone. You're a bad Tom. Use your phone. Okay.
god. Oh
You
my god. Oh, fucking hell.
like, or if you need to unmute yourself on the desktop, then just unmute yourself and close the window so we can stop hearing it. It's so amazing.
Oh.
Oh, maybe he's worked it out.
He just
Maybe.
drove off a cliff. That
Oh my god.
was, he's
Oh, fucking hell,
so
I'm
tired
crying.
of being in the audience. He tried to make it, and it just didn't work.
Oh, fuck.
Hopefully, Tom will work out how to join us. But that's all the news we have for today, guys. So yes, let's get on with today's topic. Announcer, take it away.
Warning, the following segment contains opinions. Try not to be triggered. It couldn't be an opinion zone without opinions after all. Talking of which, today's topic of drivel is...
Dan Sheridan.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I saw that shit.
For those of you who don't know, Dan Sheridan is, was Europe's, SEGA Europe's community manager. However, unfortunately, he announced this last week on Twitter, but today is was his last day working for SEGA. He has... Mr. Potato Dan has left us. He's moved on to newer things and more exciting things. But I'm quite sad about it because he really reached out to a lot of us, and it's weird to think he at first announced that he was announced his presence to the Sonic community via a Sega Central video on the 23rd of September 2015, where he welcomed us all and told us one of my favourite things, if I can find it. Here we go.
The time to subscribe is now.
So, the time to subscribe was now. It's no longer now. He's moved on, unfortunately. Sad panda face.
The time to unsubscribe is now? is
Yeah.
what you're saying?
So he did a lot of great things. He had a difficult job, in my opinion, because whereas Aaron Webber is just the Sonic guy, Dan Sheridan was like everything else guy. So, and Sega have so many more brands than Sonic, and he had to cater to all of those, and but at the same time cater to Sonic fans and people like Tracker, who would just tweet him every day about why is this not in Europe? Why is this not in Europe? And he was always very patient, very calm. Whereas if it'd been me, I would have been like, right, block, bye. So, and like I said, he probably reached out more than a lot of community managers I would. Like, people, you could they do the social media and Twitter stuff, but he actually interacted with the fans, and when he was with them in person, he was really good. Obviously,
I remember I went to an event with him there.
yes. So you went to one of the first events he did was the Sonic Lost World event, which was when it was being ported to PC. So what he did, this sums him up, right? So it was arranged. It was I think it was at one of the London gaming bars, was it?
It was at the loading bar.
Loading bar, right. So he arranged this. You could play the game, get a goodie bag, have a drink, and it was absolutely free. You know?
Yeah, that was the case.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And there's loads of anecdotes and stuff going around now. Hogfather has posted a article about him on the Sonic Stadium, and one thing that I quite like was an anecdote from that Sonic Lost World party, where apparently there was a fan there who was very shy, quiet, which isn't unusual for a Sonic fan. But what did Dan do? He sat down with this person and talked to them about anything they wanted to. And I think that the fact that you have a community manager who's willing to talk to fans who don't, are a bit nervous and stuff, and make them feel welcome in his community, that's pretty fucking cool, I think. He also invited myself and Nicole, Sega Scourge, and Poxy to the Castle Gallery event.
Yeah.
Where if Nicole and Scourge had been a bit more punctual, they would have gotten a free drink.
Listen, alright. To be fair,
Not the free drink.
Scourge's train had issues, so I had to wait for him, and he had to wait for the train to get there. So blame
You could
Southern
have had
Rail,
his
I guess.
drink. You could have had his drink though.
He had his drink when he got there, so don't worry about that.
And I think there's another conversation point around this I want to go on to, but he was always looking out for us Sonic fans, like Western Supersonic. He just didn't have to, but gave them just a huge box of merch and stuff to give away at the convention and stuff. Again, didn't have to do that. And every time I've interacted with him, it's quite nice that he's actually a really down-to-earth person. You find a lot with these community people how fake they are.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, Sonic's cool. I give a shit, and they don't, and it's really false and it's really hard. But he's really down to earth and really honest, and he was just a bloke, and it made him a much more approachable person. And I think it's something that people could relate to more. Whereas I've seen community managers in other companies basically come across so fake, and they pretend they're there for you, but when anyone tries to reach out to them, and you can't get, they're unreachable. They don't want to talk to you actually, but he would put up with it 24 hours a day. So he will be missed. Oh, and obviously not just due to him, but he was a main factor in me going to San Diego and meeting Dave and stuff. So that was awesome as well. And
very nice.
Obviously the fact that probably one of the best experiences in the community I have ever had was that San Diego trip, and that was mostly down to him. So for that, of course, I'll always be grateful to him for. It's interesting. Does anyone know why he's left? Because he did say.
I only found out an hour ago.
I didn't read the article. I just saw the title of the article. I was like, "Fuck!" And then I kind of kept scrolling.
So basically, for those who don't know, before Christmas, he and his wife had a baby. Hooray! But basically, long hours, long commute. He's actually moving to do work in VR. Virtual reality, for a company that's more closer to home. So mainly it's about family. So I'm pleased that he's not left in any bad, vibes or anything.
I feel like I'm leaving on bad terms.
But it's just annoying that like Sega can't do enough to like fight to keep their good people. I don't think there's anything they could have done. You know, his family come first. I don't get that myself. I would, if I had a child, you know, if I worked for Sega, I'd get it adopted or something. But that's just
Oh my god!
children are gross.
Like-
No one likes children.
I guess Sega could have been like, "We'll pay for you to move closer to us." Could have done that,
So
or not.
So it's just sad pandas. Do we think he will be replaced?
I don't
Probably.
know.
They'll probably replace him because they'll need a community manager.
But they went for quite a while without a face before him. Like, could you tell me who was the community manager between Kevin Eva and Dan Sheridan? Remind you, the last game Kevin worked on, like, really was, in terms of the public eye, was Unleashed.
No, I can't.
There you go. So, it's like, I hope they do. I think they will. They've got a good community team there. It's quite interesting. I don't know the way the Twitter and Facebook and all the social media stuff is changing, and things keep evolving. Do they need these community managers? Are they important? Are they still a vital tool?
I would say so. I mean, just take a look at Aaron Weber. You know, because if he disappeared, people would be like, "Oh, we definitely need somebody else to be a face." I feel like, and with Dan, I think it's the same thing. Where maybe not right away they're gonna have someone like next week. They're not gonna roll out "This is new Dan." It'll probably take a little bit to figure out who new Dan is.
But is Aaron Weber? Because Aaron Weber isn't a community manager technically. He's a social media thing. I can't remember what his official job title is. It's social
I
media.
can give more of an
something.
example.
He's
Right. Like I know that it's not the exact same title, but I'm thinking like they helped serve similar functions even if they're not doing the exact same thing. Where Dan was the face of Sega of Europe. And it helps make, well, especially since Sega, I know in Europe it can be harder for games to come out, to have an active face, an active presence, somebody you can communicate to who's not just a faceless random tweet that anybody could have made. I think it's something that is beneficial for Sega to continue having. And even with Facebook and Twitter, social media as a whole evolving, it just makes sense that they still want that human element and not become just we type words sometimes.
I do agree. I think having a face is extremely important, and it was weird, like, before Dan came along, I sort of forgot Sega Europe existed. Like, they obviously did, but I didn't feel like they were doing anything. They did, like, Sega Central, which is the YouTube series that Sega Europe do. It did exist before Dan, but it was awful. It was really bad. It was so boring. I remember the announcement trailer for the series had this really, like, monotone, uninterested voice saying, like, "Here's our series, yay." It sounded like Donnie was doing it. And then nobody watched it really. And then Dan came along and, like, took it over and, like, right, I am the face. And what the first things he did, he gets right in there. He does contests, he gives away really cool merchandise and stuff, and he's automatically engaging with the audience. He's, you know, he did respond to people's messages and Twitter and stuff. He had to deal with so much salt, the poor guy. And then he tried doing live streams of Sega Central, so he made Sega Central something people cared about. It'll be interesting to see what happens now he's gone. I'm curious.
Yeah, you know that job you always wanted? There's a space available now.
Yes. If only I had any experience whatsoever.
You put up with us. That's surely enough for qualification.
So, well, look, they should be employing Europe's biggest Sonic fan.
Just put that on your resume. It'll be like, well, we did give you this title. We must have done it for a reason.
That will be my CV, just nothing else. Just that. Europe's biggest Sonic fan, as decided by you, my future employer. I think that's all you need. If you guys want to tweet any nice messages, goodbyes, Dan Sheridan's Twitter is at This Is Action Man. This is Action Man. All one word. Send him a tweet. Let him know that because he will be missed. I think. Let him know that we're talking about him.
Good tell.
He's literally just tweeted now. Actually, I've had an epic time working at SEGA. So, and then an Instagram picture. So, it's weird. And the pictures of the outside of the office building. Oh dear. It's just really, it makes me sad. I think he's really cool, and like I said, he reached out to us, he spoke to us. I beg Sega Europe, continue to have a face of your brand, because it's very important. Or have an ensemble, but have a media presence. Don't just be Sega Europe. Have someone that is the face of that, because don't just be a blank corporation, because then people disengage. And it's been weird, because for ages, like I said, before you came along, when we wanted to get review copies of stuff or get merch, or there was no one really. Like who did you go to? You didn't go to anyone. I know Nicole's upset because now he's gone. It means she won't get invited to anything anymore.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I was a +1 for Scourge, so
Yeah.
I wasn't originally invited anyway.
Just take it as that you want.
So he'll be missed. I will miss his hat, because he always wore that Sonic hat. I hope he took a Sonic hat home with him. So I hope so. Oh God, I've broken something.
Oh, hello.
Poxy. Well, unfortunately, Poxy's not here today, but Poxy would want me to play him making this noise.
With your Sega memory, and I'll see you in the next one.
Context.
And I was planning to get a Dan Sheridan t-shirt made with a picture of his face saying "woo," because he has an obsession with saying "woo." I don't know why.
Woo!
He says that all the time. I may still get it done, just for the old time's sake. Just for my own personal enjoyment. Just walk around with him on my body. That's not weird at all.
I will say, I've never seen a man on YouTube get more excited at the prospect of save states as I did him.
Save states are very cool.
He does, yeah.
So, I think we'll end it on there. We all agreed there's a future for community managers. There is a need to replace him. And hopefully all the contacts he's made in the Sonic community, at least, he has passed on to whoever might be taking so,
and they've thrown that contact list in the bin.
Yeah. He's left, so my title is revoked.
Oh no.
So yeah, guys.
Richard, we must do another contest for you to gain your title.
No. So guys, yeah, this is Action Man. Give him a tweet. Send him your love. Tell him we will miss him, because like I said, it wasn't obvious because he wasn't always the face like in front of the camera, but you have to understand he did so much behind the scenes to get the games to you and to get stuff for you guys. So just always appreciate. Again, a community manager is about obviously being the face of something to the community, but it's also about doing the background work to make stuff happen for us. So much love to the Sheridan, or Sheridad as he's now known because he has a child. We've done our news. We've done our opinion. So now it's time for some fun. I think we should play a little game, don't you?
Yes.
But before we play this game, I think we should have just listen to a little story. Yeah.
Oh, is this a choose your own adventure? I really like these. Okay.
It's not one of those. Though it could go anywhere, so I guess it does count as one of those. Let's have a listen. Let's take our minds back.
Once upon a time, there was a lonely man who had an uncomfortable obsession with large purple cats. He would go about his life, hanging in the shadows, always there but never quite fully present, quietly learning and understanding the world around him. Some people could even call it lurking. Luckily for him, he accidentally joined a super famous podcast about fast mammals, where he could prove to the world his years of hanging in the background had paid off. It's time to play Learning with the Lurker.
Oh. Jamie, how much did you pay that guy?
Oh my god!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to play our new game, Learning with the Lurker.
Hello.
Where every week we get to learn something new with our lurking friend. For those who don't know David the Lurker, who happens to be a regular on the show, goes by the online alias of David the Lurker. Why? Because he goes around the internet just lurking in the corners, just listening, never saying anything, but he's always there. And it's time to see, what has he learned? What has he learned about all that lurking? And together we can learn something with him. Maybe he'll learn something new himself. Isn't that an exciting prospect, David?
It's very. I'm always excited to learn something new about myself and others.
And just think, it's been about 6 months and you finally have your own music.
It's very surreal.
How are you feeling, Dave?
Confused. That's a good one. Because also the title of the show doesn't really tell me what's about to happen.
We're gonna learn. We're learning with you.
Very, very weird as well. Learning with the Lurker.
Right. Is this because I did so well substituting for Poxy that now I have been demoted to a student permanently?
This is the thing. Defeat Donnie was about proving Donnie was shit.
Damn.
But this isn't about challenging you. This is just helping you learn more and more about Sonic and the community around you. In the quiz form. So, today what we're going to do, what better way to start learning about the world around you, David, than with the 3 people with you right now.
Oh dear.
What we're going to do today, David, is we're going to see how well you can just assess people and see how well you know us. Each of us have a fact about our past that we're going to tell you.
Okay.
And through your amazing abilities of questioning and assessing, you have to work out which one of us is telling the truth.
Oh.
So how's it going to start is we are all going to tell you just what the fact is, and then afterwards you can then interrogate us a bit about that fact, okay? And then at the end you can let us know who you think is the real one. And then if you get it right, it means you're on your path to success. If you get it wrong, it means your years of lurking have been wasted.
Oh, okay.
That sounds very...
So, I'll go first, and then Nicole, and then Tom. Understood, guys?
Yep.
Cool. That's right, Dave. They all knew about this. Right.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
what? No, wait, but Nicole sounded so confused.
It's acting, David.
Right.
Is that what I'm learning? That you're actually a good actor?
You've seen her YouTube
I was wondering
videos.
where that was going.
I wouldn't believe that. Right. Let's see what each of our facts are.
Okay.
Firstly, is mine. Best way to put this. I pushed a child down some stairs because they told me Tails was a girl. Nicole, what's your fact?
Oh god, it's really embarrassing. But when I was like around 8ish, 7 or 8ish, so I'm pretty young. I legit thought that Sonic was like my boyfriend.
Oh, so you
No,
were
I'm kidding.
both
It's
doing that.
really
It's
embarrassing.
disgusting. Tom, what's your fact?
Well, it's more awkward in here. I once made out with a girl. In my Sonic, my Knuckles cosplay, I should say. So I've cosplayed Knuckles. However, when we decided to meet up our costume and our cosplay, she turned around and said, "I only liked you because you was Knuckles."
Oh,
So,
okay. That's depressing if true.
David, who would you like to interrogate first?
Ooh. Oh heck. Let's see. I guess maybe we should go. Let's just go in order. I guess.
Okay.
Let's
Go for it.
start off with you, Jamie, since this is all your fault.
Sound logic there, I must say.
Okay, so right. I mean, so just to make sure I got this right, only one is true.
Correct.
It's kind of,
Two
right, so
lies,
it's kind
one truth.
of 2 lies. So it's a bit like To Tell the Truth.
I don't know what that is, but yes.
Yeah, what
Okay.
the fuck is that?
It's a game show from back in the day.
I mean, we have a game show similar to this. Anyways,
Okay. All right. So Jamie, yours was you pushed someone down the stairs for saying that Tails is a girl.
I pushed a child down the stairs because they
Oh,
said Tails was a girl.
Okay.
Because he's not.
Now, am I allowed to ask like as many questions as I want? Is there any rules to that?
Go on as much as you want. Obviously, we can't air this show all day. So.
Right. I'm not be like, hold on, I need 4 hours to get to the news.
getting threatened this shit.
Okay. Now, were you a child at the same time?
I was, yes.
Okay. Right. So then, how old would you say you were?
I would 8, 10, 9, 8 between 8 and 10, that sort of age.
Okay. Were you related to this child?
No, stranger.
Okay. A stranger.
Yeah.
Where were you? Where were these stairs?
So it was in our school, and basically to go out from like the building into the playground, I guess you'd say, there was like the steps going down into it.
Okay.
So some kid from another class, younger class, and basically we had an altercation, and Sonic is not a girl, so ended up at the bottom of the stairs. To be fair, fucking deserved it. So.
Okay.
Jeez.
So you just shouted right now, Sonic is not a girl, but you said it was about Tails not being a girl.
You know what I mean?
We need the fucking Phoenix Wright music going on right now. Cornered.
It's just making me wonder. Like, did you slip up by mistake, or is that proof that you're lying from the beginning? This is interesting stuff I have to consider.
I am very
All right.
curious.
What was the name of the kid? Like, wait, you said it was a stranger. Like, were they in a different grade? Like, did you know who they were at all?
I mean, I've seen them about. I to this day have no clue what their name is. They were in a younger grade than me. Yes. Clearly.
Was anyone around and watched this event happen?
No one watched the event. However, they did go to the teacher and I was pushed down the stairs, and I was like, "Look at me, I'm perfect." That clearly just slipped.
So, did you get in trouble?
No,
Or
I
did
got
you
away
avoid?
with it.
You got away. Was the kid roughed up? What?
He was just bruised a bit. Fucking crybaby.
God.
Brutality.
Was it what time of day did this happen?
What do you mean? What time? What do you say? What time of day?
Yeah.
Like during school.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, was it before school, after school?
It's like during school.
Is this an episode of CSI or something? Asking all these really specifics.
Well, isn't that the whole point of this?
It was during
What's
some
the
point.
sun?
It was during some point during school. I can't remember
Okay.
exactly specifically. I don't know if it was like 2 p.m. You know, I don't remember that.
Okay. Did you ever interact with this kid again?
No, he sort of kept away from me.
Okay. Wait, so what teacher did they complain to?
You're asking so many unnecessary questions.
This is part of my process.
They complained to a good one.
Oh. Well, I was just wondering if the kid was in your class or if it was an unrelated teacher. That's all I'm saying.
Unrelated, I guess. Yes.
Okay. Alright. Huh. Okay, let's see. I guess I could move on for now.
Moving on. You're going on
For now.
Moving on to Nicole.
Yeah, we'll do. Okay. Alright, so Nicole. There.
Yes.
Alright, so when you were also but a child,
Yeah.
you said that you thought Sonic the Hedgehog was your boyfriend.
Yeah, I was like so convinced. I was like just in love with him. I was like, oh my god, boyfriend. I literally had like a plushie and everything, and like we'd have tea parties and shit. I literally had a tea set that my grandparents gave me
So
for
fucking
Christmas, and I would have dates with him. And I think my mother started to catch on because she started asking me a lot of things about Sonic the Hedgehog as a series. I think she got really concerned.
Oh, so she, like, did she ever hint that maybe she was gonna have you talk to a therapist about this? Then?
I seriously think she was. I need to actually ask her about that, honestly. Oh god, now I think back to it, she did seem very concerned, and I don't blame her, honestly.
Huh. Okay. Now, was there a moment when you went, "Oh, of course we're dating," or did it just like you don't remember how it began?
I mean, I think I was like watching Sonic X, this episode, oh my god, I forgot exactly what the number of the episode, but it's like when Amy was at like a beach thing, and she like attacked the Eggman, and she falls into the water, and Sonic like jumps in to save her, and then like little me was like, oh my god, this is like really attractive, he's going in to save her, I think I'm in love with Sonic now, and ever since I was just kind of like obsessed with him. It's very creepy now I think about it. Obviously I've grown out of it now, obviously.
Now, are you sure you've grown out of it?
I mean, it's not that I get SEGA sketches just up a Sonic, but you know, it's whatever.
Not yet.
Yes, I've grown out of it.
Okay.
That would explain why he tells me things.
What the fuck?
So, okay, so, tea parties. What?
Yeah, because I had a fucking tea set, and I don't know, like, I just figured that would be a romantic, quote-unquote, date. That means this plushie could have.
Did you ever, tell anyone at school about this? Like, as you thought you were dating him? Did you
I
tell
think I told,
anyone?
like, my best friend at the time, honestly. Her name was Megan, and I remember her giving me a bit of a look. But we just kind of like continue doing what kids do, which is run around the playground. But I think I told like her, and I think that was about it. Because obviously she was the kind of person who was like, "Oh, I'm gonna trust my best friend with this."
Right. So
I think I told my brother as well, though.
And how was his reaction?
He didn't give a shit. He was just like, okay.
Well, how much older is your brother?
He was like 10 or so at the time.
Okay.
See, he was a much more mature child than I was.
Alright. So what was how long did you think the two of you were dating?
It definitely lasted till I think I was about 10, honestly. And then I was kind of like going into the stage of heading towards the preteen kind of years. I was kind of like, you know what? He's not real. Let's get a grip a little bit. Let's just move on. I still have the plushie though. It's on the shelf, always looking at me.
Oh,
so,
looking at you when you're. Never mind.
Oh my god, David. Jesus.
Oh, wait. Like, did you? Would you kiss this plushie as a child?
I think I legit did, like, once or twice. I know that I used to have them, like, cuddled in bed. I know, like, obviously kids have plushies cuddled in bed. But I think, if I remember, like, every night I would, like, kiss him, like, on his side mouth.
Ooh.
Because obviously his mouth was in the middle, so...
Alright, what version of a plush is this? Which
it was
version?
a classic Sonic one.
Okay. Classic Sonic, yet you fell in love due to Sonic X. That's two different styles.
I think because at the time I was kind of like, I didn't necessarily see the differences between classic and modern, so I just saw like it's a blue thing, that's a Hedgehog, it's Sonic. Then again, that opinion hasn't necessarily changed.
He's a blue thing. I love blue things.
It's a blue guy who's a hedgehog who wears red shoes. So you know what? It's the same guy on the TV. I love this guy.
Okay. Is there anything else I want to ask right now? Right. So Gabe, I'm not sure what else to ask right now. Let's. I guess I'm gonna move on. So
Moving on.
Moving on to Thomas.
Hello.
Hello. So you got some blue balls because you were not red. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Well, where did you meet this lovely lady?
It was at one of the Summer of Sonic conventions, actually. So it's not too long ago.
Well, okay. Do you which Summer of Sonic? Do you remember the year?
It was 2011, I believe it was, because it was down in Brighton. We had to change the venue. Got changed last minute due to a fire.
Oh yeah, I do remember reading about that. I was not there.
Fortunately, my hotel was literally up the road from the new venue, so that made my life so much easier.
Oh, is that what gave you the confidence to make out with random women?
No, actually, it's from previous experiences at other Summer Sonics. I sound so bad.
Oh, so how often have you hooked up at Summer of Sonic?
If we're talking in equivalent of special stages, I'd say 4.
What? I don't know what that means, and I don't think I want to. Okay, so you were cosplaying as Knuckles the Echidna. That's what you said.
Yes, I was.
Okay, now was this woman cosplaying as anything?
No, she was in casual gear.
She was in casual gear. Okay. Do you remember what was happening when you met her? Like, if there was something on stage, or
I was chatting to a friend of mine whilst queuing up for the Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing Transformed, which had like demos there, and literally from behind, she tapped me on the shoulder and started screaming, saying, "Oh my god, you are Knuckles! I love you!" and started acting really all fangirly, and I was not too sure how to react to it.
Huh. That's interesting. So how long between first contact and locking lips was there?
We locked lips at the end of the convention, just as we were leaving, because she was going to have to head back home. So she asked me a little favor. She said, "Could you do me a big favor?" I said, "Okay. What's up?" She said, "Well, I really, really, really like Knuckles, and you're really cute as Knuckles. So could I, make out with you.
Oh. So where did you make out? What was your location?
It was actually round the corner from the venue. Since it was along the pier side, we pretty much had to walk down to the beach.
Oh. A little hiding out, a little touchy-feely.
No, unfortunately, no touchy-feely, because it was still quite bright out.
Ah. That's no fun. You should have taken a chance, make mistakes, wait, no, it's something else. Okay.
No, I done that the year before when I was cosplaying Shadow and I got jiggy with a Maria cosplayer. We weren't talking.
That's so disturbing. Maria's supposed
What?
to be like 12.
Right, I'm way more concerned about that one than I am when you talk about
Maria Robotnik and Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yes.
She was legal, don't worry.
What?
I showed.
She was 12.
No, the
Not the
cosplayer was
cosplayer,
not
then.
12.
No, I thought you meant the character. I figured that the cosplayer was so like over the age limit.
Yes, I totally got jiggy with a 12-year-old Maria.
Time's exposed.
Oh.
My ultimate life form juices went everywhere. It was a complete
Yeah.
chaos, couldn't last.
Oh.
No, but it was very tame. It was very controlled. I behaved myself.
Chaos controlled.
You can't. So were you hoping to run into like a Julie Sue then? But instead you met.
Well, I was more into Takao and Knuckles at the time because I did have a bit of a kid in the ship. I didn't really like Julie Sue at the time because I was going off the older comics and I barely just got into the Archie at the time.
Right.
So I was like,
Well, to be fair, it's only Sonic the Comic Online where Knuckles and Takao really interacted more than whatever. It doesn't matter. Let's continue.
it was just
right.
She was the first female I kissed.
I'm getting
Have you
derailed.
You've done all your questions now, yeah?
Oh no, I guess I wanted to ask how much time passed between when you saw her at Summer Sonic and when you saw her again, and then like what did it just add? Like how quickly did that second meeting fizzle?
Well, it was about. Well, we added each other onto Facebook and started chatting, and then because she lived actually quite close to London, which was convenient for me because I live just on the outskirts. We agreed that one day in the summer we'd meet up. But obviously, at the time, it was going to take too long, and she was going to be starting to move out. So she asked if we could move it forward to around near the Christmas time period. So we agreed to meet up, met up in casual gear, and we spent a majority of the day together. I'd say about 4 hours.
Okay.
But she seemed very quiet, very to herself, and I asked her, "Was everything okay?" And she turned around and just basically said that I feel really bad, but I really don't have much interest in you. I really like the fact you was Knuckles, but that was about as far as it went. I'm sorry if I made it seem like I had more interest in you, but I don't want you to get in the wrong idea. And she left it at that note and then said, "I've got to go home. Thank you for a lovely time, though. See you later."
Huh. And that was it? Never saw her again?
Yeah, she ended up about a year later, my Facebook got hacked and then I lost all my profiles and such. So I had to make a new one, so she's probably somewhere still on the old profile.
Huh. Did you suggest, hey, let's meet again and I'll be in Knuckles gear?
No, I didn't. I think after that encounter, it was just clear that as much as nice being friends and all, I was looking for a relationship or a bit of more than just friendship, and that lead went sour and it just got really awkward, so we agreed to just...
Okay, I think that's... Yeah, okay. I guess it should end, because we're running out of time.
Yes. So, if you want to make any... you could obviously feel free to make any observations or any beef, and then obviously make your final decision.
Right. Okay, because right, because I guess I find it curious because if she was only interested in you being Knuckles, right? Like, she talked to you for a while. She saw pictures of you outside of Knuckles' gear. So, was it just her going, maybe? Or is it possible that, oh, this doesn't match up because it didn't happen? Whoa, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, were you going to comment?
No more commenting. No more answering.
I heard it. Yeah, no, I heard a sound. I thought he was like getting defensive, but I'm like, oh.
No, sorry, I was reading something. That's why I was like, oh.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Jamie, you... I mean... I don't know. I guess I would put it past you to attack a child if you were also a child at the time. Because a push, a shove, it's very subtle. It's not like you punched him in the face and shouted, "No, you're wrong." But I don't know. But I feel like I don't know. I guess I'm just wondering if somebody complained like it just wasn't followed up on. That they just went, "Ah, no, Jamie's perfect." Every child does something wrong, right? I don't know. Let's see. Then Nicole, here you are.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're dating someone with the name Scourge. That's an alternate version of Sonic. It's not that far from... I don't know. Well, I feel like it's a toss-up between Jamie and Nicole. Just because... like, making out with someone, that seems simple enough, and the fact that you told me, like, I hooked up with Maria the year before, because it's just Maria, it's not someone dressed as Maria, like, that seems way more interesting than I made out with a girl, and because it's so, like, casual and simple, that maybe it's just, like, it's that's sort of like the trick, like, it didn't happen. That's why I'm thinking between Jamie and Nicole. Between JNN and J. Yeah, I don't. You know what? I'm gonna because I know the internet, because I know weird things. I think I'm. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. You know what? I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna say that Nicole. Okay, Nicole's the one. That's what I'm going with.
Time for the moment of truth. Music goes down.
If it's Tom, I'm gonna cry. No. No. Okay.
Nicole, I'm gonna do a drum roll, and then you are gonna tell Mr. Lurker whether your fact is true or a lie. Are you ready?
Wait, do I have to do the drum roll?
I will do the drum roll for you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I have the soundboard. We're doing a radio show right now.
Right.
So, here we go. At the end of the drum roll,
okay.
Let's find out. Is it Nicole?
Okay, my statement was false.
Ah! There we go.
David, you fucked up.
Yeah, I did fuck up. So who is it then?
Up, David. Right. In which case, you've lost now, but pick what would have been your second choice?
Well, my second choice is you, Jamie, but now I've got this bad feeling that I was completely wrong.
So who do you want to ask for your second choice? Just to find out, basically.
Okay. Well, Jamie, did you once push a small child because they said Tails was a girl?
Yes, I did.
I'm not surprised, honestly.
The child was a little shit. He kept telling me that Tails was a girl. I'm like, no, he's not. He's a boy. And he's like, no, he's a girl. Look at him. He looks like a girl. And it's like, no, he's not. He is a boy. So I pushed him down the stairs, and I'm glad he got hurt.
God. It's like a murder confession.
And then when Then he went to
He's
tell,
under the floorboard.
tell some
Oh, do it again.
and then tell the stupid bitch teacher on me, and then she came and asked me about it, and I was like, oh no, I think I saw him, I think he slipped on something, and she believed me.
Wow.
And she
You were
told
very-
him not to tell tales on people.
Not to tell tales on people.
I see what you did there.
I should have. I mean, like I said, it seemed like it could have happened, but I just wasn't sure. And I know, look, there's things that Nicole has said or done that she would rather have not done on the internet, but she owns up to it. So I thought that maybe, because it was just slightly weird, because, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, because
Acting.
that's what I should have known. Too much acting. And even though I don't really know Tom at all, I guess I just had a feeling.
Right, so what have we learnt today? We've learnt today that David has got so much more to learn, which is,
This is
handy because
Or
it's a
just
regular
don't trust
feature.
me.
That
Right.
Nicole is usually full of shit.
Yeah, don't. But then again, am I always full of shit? You never know.
Tune in
So-
next week to find
I've
out.
heard you pass a lot of gas on this show. so-
Okay.
If you guys listening at home would like to play along and learn with David, the quiz won't always be the same. It will vary, but in different ways, David will learn new bits of information. You need to go to the Sonic Show's Opinion Zone website, which is thesonicshow.org/the Opinion Zone, and click on Learning with Lurker, and then you can submit your details there, and then we'll send you an email and let you know what we are aiming to do and see if it interests you. That's the end of today's show, guys. We made it. We made it through the first episode of the second season.
Right.
Shit.
Mostly
With my
in time.
disaster of a first half.
Well, apart from the fact that Tom was being showered in a bath of nails, this is probably the most structured show we've ever had.
Yeah, it's really good.
Right. So, guys, where can we find you? We're going to start off with you, Nicole. Where can the peeps find you on the social media?
Alright, so I have a YouTube channel. It's titled SPD64, all caps. And then my Twitter is at SPD64. Yeah. That's it.
You know what was quite interesting is I could tell your hesitation because you were just waiting for the fart sound
I was
effect.
fucking waiting for it. I was thinking, is he gonna fucking do it here? He's gonna fucking do it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna trust him to not do it now.
So, David, where can people find you should they want to berate you for your poor judgment of people?
Right. Well, I am on Twitter. It's at DT Lurker, the letter D, the letter T, and the word Lurker. And I guess technically I'm on Sonic Retro. I haven't written anything forever. Maybe I will write something on the front page soon. Probably not. And keep a lookout for Big's Big Fishing Anniversary. That's gonna happen. It will happen.
Tom, where can people find you?
I'm not sure why people would want to find me in the first place, but if I have a YouTube and also I have a Twitter, both very inactive, I must say, which is LunaEC64, LunaEC64. That's if you want to keep in touch. Send me a message. I'll keep in touch.
Great. And you can find me for all the normal places. If you are a podcast listener or you'd like to listen to the show afterwards on repeat and stuff, please do two things for us. One, go to our Audioboom page. The Sonic Show is now brought to you via Audioboom, which is our new podcasting host. With their magical talents, we have Matt, the announcer and stuff. Go to the website, which is linked at the end of the show, and will also be posted in the Discord chat. And when you see this episode go up, which will be in about half an hour, give it a comment. Also, if you are an iTunes listener, can you please leave us a review? If you leave us a review, we will read it in the next episode, okay? So, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, guys. Thank you, David. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Tom. We will see you guys next week, and we hope you've enjoyed the new format. We will see you guys very soon. Everyone say goodbye.
Bye.
Yay!
You've been listening to The Opinion Zone, brought to you by Audioboom. Don't forget to check out our page at audioboom.com/channel/The Sonic Show. And leave us a comment. You can also interact with us at any time on Twitter by tweeting @Sonic_show. Until next time, by which I mean whenever Jay can be bothered again. Stay safe and please leave Froggy alone.
Come on, let's go. Hey, yo, it's the Sonic Show.